Hello friends, let us now learn the endocarditis vegetations, differential diagnosis of endocarditis and the vegetations. See, first this is the heart valve which is shown in the figure. This is the heart valve, and if the vegetations are present here in the heart valve like this, I will just draw round vegetations. These are the vegetations which are seen. Okay, these vegetations are small warty vegetations present along the lines of closure. Okay, so this is rheumatic heart disease, where you are seeing the vegetations which are very small, which are in few millimeters in size, warty, and these are present along the lines of closure. These are not present whole valve, they are only present along the valves of closure, and they are sterile vegetations. They do not have any any infective conditions. Okay, so this is rheumatic heart disease, right? Next we have the next vegetation which we can see here is this is the heart valve, right? And here in this heart valve, this vegetation is actually a very big vegetation, large vegetation and bulky vegetation, which is present only on the upper surface of cusps. It is not present along the margins. It is present on the whole upper surface. So this is infective endocarditis, normal infective endocarditis, where the problem here is either streptococcus infection or staphylococcus infection due to any risk factors. So here you will see large bulky vegetation which is seen on the upper. This is vegetation, don't forget that these are called as vegetations, which are seen on upper surface of cusps. Are they sterile? No, they are not sterile because they are infected with bacteria. So they are infected vegetations. Next we have the next type of endocarditis, that is vegetations we will see. This is the heart valve. So in this heart valve now we have vegetations, and these vegetations are also small, but here they are friable, that is they are easily breakable. Friable is these are also present along the valves. So if you see, this is non-bacterial thrombotic endocarditis. In non-bacterial thrombotic endocarditis are also called as marantic endocarditis. Okay, this is also seen in AML M3. Okay, and if you see this non-bacterial thrombotic endocarditis or marantic endocarditis, you will see small friable vegetations are seen along the lines of closure. Here small friable vegetations are seen along the lines of closure, and these vegetations are actually sterile vegetations. But one important thing here, these have increased propensity to develop embolism. Embolism is present in this marantic endocarditis. In this infective endocarditis also embolism may be present or absent. Next, the last type of last type of vegetation on the valve, if you see, this is the valve, and now you can see the vegetation of the valve on both the surfaces. Here this is the upper surface. I will draw the lower surface like this. I will try to pull this upwards. Pull this valve upwards like this, so that I can see the lower surface. So for that I'll have to remove this. See, I have pulled the valve upwards in order to see the under surface. Now even in this under surface you can see the vegetations, right? So what is this type of endocarditis? This is Liebman-Sack endocarditis. This is Liebman-Sack endocarditis, and this Liebman-Sack endocarditis is actually seen in SLE, systemic lupus erythematosus. Here you will see medium sized vegetations are seen, and these vegetations are present on both the surfaces, and these are actually more commonly seen on the lower surface than the upper surface. And are they infected? No, these are sterile because it occurs due to systemic lupus erythematosus, which is an autoimmune disorder, right? So this is about the endocarditis, that is different vegetations on the cardiac valves. This is Liebman-Sack endocarditis vegetation, this is Marantic endocarditis vegetation, infective endocarditis, and rheumatic heart disease. Thank you for watching.